Alrighty, welcome back to Final Fantathon and our Let's Play of Final Fantasy IV. Oh boy, it's been a crazy week, it's been a crazy morning, and here we are. It's time to continue this amazing quest. Right now we're in this optional area, and I need to leave because I can't beat this boss yet. But this optional area was really fun to explore. But yeah, I need to like get out and figure out what we're doing here. So yeah, some updates. We got some stuff to talk about. So first of all, I need to do a quick shout out. Let me I need to open my web browser real quick. Make sure I get the name correct. It is Dominic Hess. He left a comment on episode 16. You can go check it out if you want. He talked a lot about translation. We had asked some questions last week about translation. I was just kind of curious as to like why a lot of these old games have such terrible translations. And I knew that translation was less important back then. And they put a lot less people on the job. For example, I just read something the other day about, I think it was Panzer Dragoon. There were 2 people that translated the entire game. They worked till like 4 in the morning every day for like several months and translated the whole game from Japanese to English. Two guys. So, you know, it's no wonder that there's like mistakes, right? But he elaborated a bit more as to like why there's so many mistakes, and it was really interesting. One of the things that he said is that, well, first of all, there's a lot more English uses a lot more words than Japanese, and I already knew that because of speedrunning. But another thing that he said that was a lot more interesting that I didn't really know was that Japanese doesn't use as many pronouns. So like they don't say he, she, them as much. If you've already used a pronoun before, or it's already known who you're talking to, they don't use them, which is completely opposite of English. Because in English, it's the exact opposite. Like, you have to use pronouns all the time, and if you don't, then your English teacher yells at you because they're like, technically, we don't know who you're talking about here, and then gives you an F on your paper. And I always hated it. Maybe I would have done better in Japanese if I had learned Japanese, because I always hated that in English class, where you like constantly have to use pronouns, and not even pronouns, but like real like you have to use actual nouns all the time. If there's 2 pronouns in one sentence, it's an F on your paper. You know, if you say like he did this and he did that, F. So it's much different, and that kind of brings to light a bit some of the issues. He also said a bunch of stuff. Feel free to go read his comment if you want. He talked a bit about like bluster versus blaster, because that doesn't seem to make much sense because bluster isn't even really a word. But they go by like the sounds of the vowels and stuff. And that's a lot of the times why things end up being wrong. So yeah, just really interesting, and I appreciate that comment. So I wanted to shout that out. Also, you might notice next to me, we have a special guest today. It's here. It finally made it. After all this time. I wasn't actually going to have this here, but we had a Omni Chair redemption before the Let's Play started, so it just made sense to have the PS5 as the special guest for today. But yeah, I told the story earlier in the week, but basically I finally got an order from Best Buy, of all places, because Best Buy was like the one that I had the most issue with. Never even got a PS5 in my cart on Best Buy. But after months of trying and pretty much being there minute one of probably like maybe upwards of like 20 different releases, I finally got an order through. And it was funny because I didn't actually get the order on minute one. I was there right when they released it, and I had no luck. And then later, I went back to close the tab, and the buy button was active again. So I was like, okay, I'll just give it a shot. And sure enough, I actually got one in my cart and bought it. So then I checked my bank account, and it took the money. So I was like, okay, I guess I got an order. And then I got an email with an order number. But then right after that, I got an email that said it's been delayed. So I was like, well, might not be getting one. But they took my money, so I'm going to stay positive. And I got that email on Thursday. And then I heard nothing until Monday. Like, 3 days went by without even like a, hey, we're working on it, or hey, it's still delayed, just nothing. They took my money, and then I just heard nothing. But then on Monday, I got an email randomly that was like, it's here. We got it. So, in the one that I ordered from, because I had to order from like, basically, they gave me a list of Best Buys, and the closest one to me was an hour away, and I didn't have any time to think, because you have to do it so fast. I had showed that picture off earlier. Here, I think I can... Oh, no, I don't have it anymore. But I had a picture of the cart, and it had this thing that said, like, make sure you check out as fast as possible. This was from Best Buy, on their website. It was like, make sure you check out as fast as possible. And then it said, like, pro tip, be sure to have your credit card ready or something. And I was like, wow, Best Buy's actually giving us pro tips on how to spend our money on their website. This is ridiculous. What a time to be alive. But I just found it so funny that they're like, Best Buy's website is telling me to check out as fast as possible. That, like, what kind of cyberpunk futuristic nonsense are we living in? So, I had to check out really fast, so I was just like, okay, fine. An hour away, let's do it. Check out. So when I finally got the email saying that it was ready to go, I had to drive an hour out of my way. So I told my wife, like, hey, I gotta drive an hour to go get this PS5. When should I do it? And she was nice enough to watch the kids that night, so I could just go do it that night. So I get in my car after my 9-hour stream, jump in my car and drive an hour out of my way. And I'm like 45 minutes through my drive. I'm like 15 minutes away. And I suddenly get like extremely nervous. Because I know how these things have been going lately. I'm running from this because, good lord. I'm afraid that it's not going to be there. And then, like, my wife watched the kids alone, so I could drive an hour out of my way to not get a PS5, and then have to drive an hour back, and then at some other point, I'm going to have to drive another hour there to get it when it actually is there. So I was, like, really nervous, like, it better be here, or else this is just going to be the worst thing ever. And so I'm nervous walking in. I walk in, there's, like, no one there, which is weird, because I thought there'd be, like, according to their website, there was going to be, like, a line. But I'm like, dude, it's 8 o'clock at night on a Monday. I really doubt there's going to be a line to pick up PS5s. You probably have, like, 2 of them. And sure enough, there's, like, no one there. I walk up to the counter. Oh, I didn't get this chest. I walk up to the counter, and the woman's like, do you have an order number? And I'm like, yeah. And then I give her the order number. And then she must have known that I was nervous about it, because she literally, like, started to walk over, and then she looks at me and she goes, it's right over here. Like, specifically said, she's like, it's right over here. Just to, like, let me know, like, it's there. I promise. And then she walks over there. She pulls the box out, and as soon as I see the box, I'm like, okay. As long as the box is there, I'm happy. I'm waiting for her to walk over there and be like, oh. But sure enough, she pulls the box over. So, and then she walks towards me with the box. And then I walk over to grab it. And then she like pulls it away and she's like, oh, I have to scan a couple things before you can take it. And I'm sitting there like this, and now I'm like, man, she thinks I'm like some, like, give me the box. Like, I wasn't that in a hurry, but it made it look like I was foaming at the mouth to get the PS5 or something, because I thought she was giving it to me. Like, I was fine waiting, I thought she was giving it to me. So then she gives me the box, and she's like, have a good day, and I like, sprint walk out of the store into my car because it's like dark and I'm in a place that I don't know and I have a PS5. She didn't give me a bag, so I'm just holding a PS5 box in the dark in the middle of nowhere, and there's probably like scalpers standing outside waiting for the midnight, you know, shipment to come in. So I'm like running to my car. I like power walk to my car, put it in the seat, lock the doors, get out of there. Mission accomplished. And then we got it home. We did an unboxing stream the next day. It was great. I think I'm just gonna warp out of here because I'm not the right level for this place and everything's annihilating me. Can I just get out? And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I did a little PS5. Wait, did Warp not take me all the way out? I thought Warp. Oh, there we go. Oh, I guess Exit is the one that takes you all the way out, and Warp just takes you one floor. I thought it was the other way around. Zulaf was in the car. So we did an unboxing stream on Tuesday, and I uploaded a video of me looking through the store. But in general, I really like the PS5 a lot. It really does just feel like a better PS4, which is what I was hoping for, because I wanted it to be a full replacement for the PS4. Which is weird to say because I'm the console guy who keeps all of his consoles plugged in at all times and doesn't mind going back to old consoles. But it's just, like, with the PS4, because it's backwards compatible, because the PS5 is backwards compatible with the PS4, it's just going to be so much nicer to just have a PS5 and have everything there. You know? The games aren't as separate, and, like, if I had to keep some saves on my PS4 and some saves on my PS5, it would just be, like, really annoying. It's so great that I can just move my saves over and then just play my PS5 and not have to worry about what's on my PS4 and what's on my PS5. With the PS3, it's different because, you know, the PS4 doesn't play PS3 games, so I can just keep it separate. PS3 goes on PS3, PS4 goes on PS4. But on the PS5, there's like cross-gen games, and I want to play my PS4 games on my PS5 because they run better, and so I was just like, I don't want any reason to have to go back to my PS4. I don't want there to be some little thing that like bothers me about the PS5 that makes me want to go back to my PS4 all the time. And there's nothing like that. The UI is great. Everything that's on the PS4 is on the PS5. You can even choose the PS4 version of games, which I was really shocked by. Think of it like 18 months Browns, by the way. This is the sealed cave, right? And then there's this, and then we wanted to see what this cave was. So, am I giving away my PS4? I currently own like 4 PS2s. What do you think? Dude, do you guys remember during the unboxing stream, somebody came and just legitimately asked me for my PS4? Someone I had never seen before. They were brand new to the stream. They just saw PS5 unboxing stream, Oh my god, it's the Toad Lady! Oh no! Death UF. They just came in and they were like, hi, can I have your PS4? Man, welcome to Twitch. So, croak, my dears. Oh my god, why? Why? Why is this fight? Why? No. Touch BF. So anyways, yeah, like, everything about the PS5 is just better PS4. And you can even pick the PS4 version of games, which I didn't know was going to be a thing. But when you play a game, you can choose to play the PS4 version on your PS5. So even if there's some really weird reason why you'd want to play the PS4 version, like maybe for a speed run, or maybe it's a weird like multiplayer thing you can only do on PS4, you can choose the PS4 version. So yeah, there's like no reason to need to like keep your PS4 plugged in for anything, which is super duper nice. And yeah, I think the biggest shock was the store, which was incredibly good. I mean, there's still some things I'd like to see them fix. Most notably, they have a wish list, but you still can't gift people stuff. So the wish list is really only there for you to tell you when there's like sales, but you can't like look at someone else's wish list and purchase them something, which hopefully is the next step, because they already have the wish list, so you know. And the store is in the PlayStation's UI, which is just like the best thing ever. Look at those toads. Having the... Oh man, I kind of liked him as a toad better, not gonna lie. Edge toad. Yeah, being a part of the UI means that like it doesn't crash and doesn't lag at all, because it's just literally part of the UI, like you would go into the settings menu or whatever. And so it's so much nicer. My only issues with the store is that you can't gift people. There's no demos yet, not even like a section for demos. There's like one visual demo and that's it, so we need some demos on the store. And on the front page, there's a What's Hot, a featured, and a something else, like a, I don't remember what it's called, but another advertisement thing. There's like three things, there's three sections that are basically just like, this is what we want you to buy, like trending or whatever, yeah. And there's no need for three of those sections. I don't know why. Like, just have one. Just have one that's like, here's our ads. That's fine. But why are there three? It's like the whole front page is just like Fortnite and stuff. Which I don't, like, it's fine if you want to do that, but I don't even understand the purpose, because if you bought a PS5 for Fortnite, then you already downloaded Fortnite. And if you bought the PS5 for not Fortnite, then seeing a little advertisement for Fortnite isn't going to make you want to buy it. Like, not on the store itself. I can understand if I'm watching a YouTube video and get a commercial for Fortnite, but like, when I'm on the store, I know what I'm purchasing. Like, seeing that little, hey, it's Fortnite, isn't going to make me like want to get it. So, I don't really see the reason for all that, but if nothing else, just have one section at the top that you have to scroll through to get to the other stuff. But literally the first three sections are all just featured stuff, and you have to go all the way down to the bottom to get to like PS5 games, PS4 games. But yeah, other than that, man, the store was really nice, and I hope they improve it. The console itself is great, the dashboard is great. I'm sure they'll improve all that stuff too. But it does feel like a console that I'll be willing to to play on for the very foreseeable future. It's gonna be a long time with this console, so. Oh yeah, dude, oh my god, I can't even believe it. Out of the box, through Wi-Fi, my PS5 was doing like 5 times what my PS4 was doing in terms of download speed. But then I got a LAN cable, and it's doing 10 times. My PS4 was like capped at like 10 or 20 or 30 megabytes a second. And out of the box, the Wi-Fi was doing 80 on this thing. And then through LAN, it's doing 400. So I can actually download things at almost the same speed my computer does. It's insane. Like, wow. I can actually download games in a day and play it, you know? Especially with how little room there is on the console. It's just really nice being able to want to play a game and download it and play it. Because I could not do that on the PS4. On the PS4, if I wanted to play something, I had to have the idea in my mind the day before and have it download during the day so I could play it when I got home or something. Because it just downloads so slow. It just had that terrible cap. And yeah, I played some PS4 games. I played a cross-gen game. And I played some just straight-up PS4 games on the PS5. And they all played really well. These frogs have so much health. George with the 5 gifted subs, holy cow! And George with the 1,000 bits as well. Thank you so, so much. And Ebenezer, they give it a 777 as well, dude. Holy cow. Thank you, guys. Knees weak, arms are heavy, because the Buster Sword is heavy. Mom's spaghetti. I hope she doesn't run out of MP. Heal is kind of expensive. So, I guess we're going this way. Oh my god, this place is huge. Oh my god! So... oh my god. Get me out, dude. Oh my god, look at the frogs. The frogs jump away. Oh my god. So I don't know if this is an optional area or not. I think it is. But holy cow. This is just the ailment dungeon. Everything gives ailments. We got frog ladies and we got Malboros, which for some reason are named Mobiles. Oh my god, they have so much health too. Oh no. Oh no, they have so much health. Okay, I got rid of them. Those dark trees are pretty terrifying. Mole bowls. Yeah, at least it's single target. But when you can get into a fight with 3 of them, that's pretty spooky. At least Cecil also has heal. So yeah, I played some just straight up PS4 games, and they ran so well and just like loaded instantly. It was really cool. And then I played, the only cross-gen game I have is Call of Duty Cold War. And to be honest, it didn't run super great. But I don't think that's the PS5's fault. I think it's Activision's fault because Cold War is a pretty garbage video game. I had to turn off. They had ray tracing on as a default. I had to turn it off because it made the game lag. So that's excellent. And then the game also crashed twice. The 2 times I played it, it crashed. So, good job with your first PS5 game, Activision. You did a good job. Also go Miss Alice. But I'm really excited to play a true PS5 experience, not a PS4 game that was cross-gen into PS5, like Demon Souls or something. That's when I'm really going to get the true PS5 experience. I guess I did play Astro's Playroom, which is technically a PS5 game, but it's not exactly, you know, something that couldn't be on a PS4. But that game was incredibly fun. I highly recommend that game. If you get a PS5... If you get a PS5 and you see Astro's Playroom and you think, like, oh, it's just a tech demo, like, no, play it. It's really fun. It's a tech demo, but on steroids. It's really, really a good game. And it's free, so. They really need more games like that, because the PS4 didn't really have anything like that. It had a Astro game, but it was just really a tech demo. And then they had, like, Resogun. They need, like, a really hard-hitting, free game on the console. Just be like, this is why it's good. And although Astro isn't, like, graphically crazy, it's still really fun, so. Elven Bow. Pretty strong. Yeah, and it's super nostalgic and stuff. Yeah, I really like the haptic feedback. It's really cool. I didn't really understand what it was. I think a lot of people don't understand what it was. Like, they tried to explain it through, like, I need to get rid of some stuff. Well, I guess I will later. They tried to explain it with, like, some of their commercials, and I get the feeling that a lot of people don't understand what it is. Because I didn't until I felt it for myself. Yo, Desireel, thank you so much for the 8 months, man. Welcome back. Why are we all dead? Did I really take that much damage from the acid pools? Holy cow, we're like toast. I didn't expect to really have to float, because I didn't think these would do that much damage, but... Oh, really? I gotta recast this every, like, 5 seconds? I thought this is where I came from. Maybe not. I'm lost. I'm lost, and every enemy in this place sucks. Why can't I run away? What is happening? Let me run away. Hello? Is my R2 button, or R button broken? Get me out! This place sucks. Wow, their toad spell sucks. Oh god, wait, what? Suddenly we all turned into toads. I thought they were missing. What the heck? So anyways, if you're interested in what haptic feedback is, basically it makes it feel like you have resistance when you're hitting the L and R buttons. L and R2 to be specific. So for example, in like a shooter game, it feels like you're pulling a trigger. Instead of just being a button you're pressing, there's resistance, so it feels like you're pulling a trigger. And it's really immersive and cool. The only big issue with it is games like Call of Duty, where you're shooting every 5 seconds. Your hands get really tired really quick. So I actually turned it off for like a couple modes where you're constantly shooting. For like campaign, it'd probably be fine, but for like zombies, when you're shooting 1,000 zombies and really all you're doing is shooting, your hand gets tired really fast. So, but it's really neat. And like for Astros, it was cool because they really only used it for like the gimmicks. Like there was a frog that you would take control of and bounce around, and it would feel like you were bouncing. So, and yeah, like racing games, it could be really cool. I feel like you're really like pulling down the pedal. Yeah, I really imagine how terrible it must be for those soldiers fighting those zombies all the time. Really get the real experience. How's it going, Lord Sim? Oh, okay. You know what? That makes more sense. Now that you mention it. That makes more sense. That haptic feedback would be the vibration, and adaptive triggers would be the triggers. Alright, well, never mind what I said then. The haptic feedback is like the different vibration feelings you get. Because the vibration doesn't just feel like vibration. It feels like, you know, like I was in a ball rolling over rocks, and it actually like felt like I was hitting rocks. That makes a lot more sense. Thanks for clearing that up. I just thought haptic feedback meant all of that together. You know what I mean? I didn't realize there was a separate term for the triggers. But now that you mention it, I remember Astro saying something about adaptive triggers, so that makes more sense, yeah. No, I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 3 on PS5. Should I? I bet you the load times are 1,000 times better. Because I had a PS4 Pro with solid state, and the load times were still kind of long. I didn't really mind the load times in Kingdom Hearts, though. Like, RPGs, I tend to not mind about the load times much. I'm kind of used to RPGs being slower, you know? Where load times bother me... There's a big, like, temple down here. Where load times bother me is in, like, multiplayer games. Like, playing Call of Duty multiplayer or something. You want to get into games as fast as possible, or like Borderlands when you're playing with a friend, you don't want to be like sitting on load screens. But when I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 3 alone, and it's an RPG, like, I don't mind as much. It's still nice to have faster load times, but... And like, if the load times are really long, then it's annoying no matter what. Like, Final Fantasy 15 was a chore. But that's because that game is already a chore, so then on top of that, when you have load screens, it's like the worst thing ever. Even though we're playing all the original games on their original consoles, I'm tempted to play Final Fantasy 15 on PS5 just so that we don't have to sit through load screens. But we'll see, I guess. If we really wanted to hate ourselves, we could play on an original PS4. To travel across the map in Final Fantasy 15 on an original PS4 took over a minute. The load screen was over a minute long. I timed it. Your first Final Fantasy game was Final Fantasy 15? And you're watching this stream? I'm impressed. I figured you would have just called it quits. I'm never playing another Final Fantasy game. I don't get what everyone likes about these games. This game sucks. No, I'm just kidding. I would have to imagine if Final Fantasy 15 was your first Final Fantasy game, you'd probably enjoy it quite a bit. I think that a lot of the issue with Final Fantasy 15 is expecting a Final Fantasy game going into it. Now, having said that, Final Fantasy 15 could be called King's Quest IV, and I'd still hate it, but that's just my personal experience with it. I don't think it's that bad of a game. Well, I think it's bad, but I think it's playable. I can see why some people like it. Me personally, I hate it and I think it's bad, but I can see why other people would like it. It's kind of, I mean, I still think that it's not a great game, but it's just, if it's the perfect game for you, then I could see why you'd like it. But yeah, to say that Final Fantasy 15 is not my style is like an understatement. It is exactly what I hate about games. Like every bad aspect of any game I've ever played is Final Fantasy 15. Or I shouldn't say bad, but like what I dislike about games. It's like they put everything that I disliked about video games all in one game. When I play a game and I'm like, man, I really like this game, I just wish X wasn't true. They took all that and they were like, let's make a game out of it. '12 Zodiac Age was your first Final Fantasy? That was probably a pretty cool one to start with. Although, it's probably weird playing other ones now because that game is much more like open world-y MMO style, and none of the other games are like that other than the actual MMOs. Yeah, don't you love how, like, Cindy is obviously over-sexualized and, like, reaches over your car to, like, clean it and all that, but then when they remaster Final Fantasy VIII, they're like, oh, Siren, we better cover that. She's got, like, 3 pixels that look a bit weird. Better cover that up. That was one of the strangest decisions I've ever... Like, I can understand trying to keep, you know... I guess I can understand trying to keep the status quo more than trying to keep the game's original. But then why is Cindy, like, the most stereotypical character ever made? Pretty weird. But we'll talk about that more when we actually get to Final Fantasy 15 in like 3 years. Different rating systems in Japan? That doesn't mean anything. They both released here in America. If it was because of the rating systems in Japan, then they would have covered up Cindy in the North American release. I don't know where I'm going. Yes, we will add Final Fantasy 16 if it comes out before the end of the marathon. In fact, I'll probably just tack it on to the end regardless, you know what I mean? Like, if Fantathon ends and then 16 comes out, I'll, like, do a return to Fantathon for 16, maybe. Just to say, hey, we did it. So, don't worry about that. Am I going the right way? Why is that there? What? Why are all these empty? Oh my god, there's like nothing but acid in here. What the heck? We need MP. Ether 2? I can't wait to do all this just to get to the end of the cave and die to some crazy boss that I'm not supposed to fight yet. Oh god. Do the ninja thing. Please, hurry. There we go. Big damage. It was alright, I guess. No, Edge. Holy... What happened there? That is one dead toad. Look at that. Oh my god. The death animation on the toad. That's... He looks like he's... Looks like he's ready to get operated on. That is tragic. So he got ran over. Don't die. Kill the trees, please. Ah, how much health? Oh my god, the ghost does so much damage when it... If the tree casts Berserk on the ghost, it just starts wiping people. Honestly, though... the items in this game are actually, like... accessible. I can buy them. So I'm okay like sticking it out through this dungeon and trying to make it to the end using all my items. Because I'll make enough money to like buy my items back. I don't feel like I'm stuck in this like loop where if I use my items then I'm gonna have to grind to get more and so on and so forth. Honestly, they just put so many items in chests. Almost every chest is an ether or an elixir or a heal or a cure. I've only gotten a few weapons out of chests the whole game. So they keep you stocked. Which I definitely need because this dungeon is ridiculous. Another toad lady. Dude, that's so many toads. I wanted Rydia. She was like the one character I wanted, so I could hit them all with fire. Oh, I can cast Toad when I'm Toad. That's funny. Also going Holy Dragoon. Yep. Death you F. Touch me F. Why? I don't know why it takes so long for the Toad effect. It's like they all cast Toad and then they all go off at once. It's so weird. Maybe that was like a way to like save on AI memory, was to just have all the Toads attack together or something. Oh god, if every one of these chests has monsters. Holy cow, 6 ghosts, please help. Let's try Flood. If fire heals them, Flood should do damage, right? Or ice. I'm not saying this is the Death Cave, but it's certainly not the Life Cave either. Let's go Flood! Yeah! Let's go Ice 2! That didn't do as much as I wanted it to. Edge's magic is like pretty good. He doesn't have a lot of MP, but he starts revving up those fingers, going like this. And he gives him the business. I just realized the way that Kane swings his spear, he swings it like a hammer. He doesn't like stab, he like... Oh, I got an elixir. An elixir from a battle, that's... Well, maybe it was from the chest, actually. Never mind. I like Edge as long as I have ethers. Oh my god. All these chests are gonna be fights. Oh my god, help. Oh, Edge is already almost dead. That's great. Edge is a frog. That's great. I'm a frog. That's great. I just hope Jin kills them all. That's kind of where I'm at here. It's kind of my only possible solution. Don't cast Exit. How did you even cast Exit? You're silenced. Oh my god, what was that damage? Oh my god, what was that damage? Is that because they were frogs? I hope so. Come on, Jin. Okay. That was pretty good. Too bad Edge died so fast. I just realized I cast life on Edge, but he's still a everything confused silenced frog. So it didn't help much. Dude, the Malboros have so much health. No. Rosa. Good damage. Please die. Oh my god. I want to get all these chests, especially if they have elixirs. But I don't know how much longer I can survive all this. I'm getting really good experience too, though. Ooh, full moon. Alright, I think it's time to finally get rid of this stuff. I've been holding on to it. I think it's finally time to get rid of it. It is slightly annoying that I have to cast life and heal. Just gonna use all my ethers now and try to make it all the way through these chests. We're gonna keep going. It's all or nothing. Not in this game, apparently. Even the positive effect, the float effect, stayed through death. I don't know who can equip the... I guess you can. Wow, that thing's really strong. Can I do a sword in the right hand and a boomerang in the left? How does that work? I'll have to find out. Try Shiva. Ice didn't really work that well against him, but maybe Shiva will do better. Go Shiva. Doesn't even look like ice, looks like rain. And yes, Shiva, big win. We have gained so many levels. Another elixir.